good works. So that was referring to verse 7 in chapter 14. For ye have the poor with you always, and whensoever ye will, ye may do them good. For me ye have not always. So it was saying that this woman, she was doing a good work for God. Yeah. Okay? So if you don't mind, follow me. If you have a Thompson chain, I'm going to Strong's 3902. And make sure you leave chapter 14 bookmarks. So 3902. And my first verse, for those who don't have the Thompson chain, is Matthew 5:16. Okay, so it's Strong's number 39.2, which is page 1558, if you're still looking for. The first part of good works is the fact that when we're doing good works, we are to glorify God. And that verse, Matthew 5:16, says, let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. The good works that we are to do is not to glorify us, not to glorify the flesh, not to even glorify the people. It's to glorify God. Like how we have this vision for this church, right? That we are going to own both sides of the streets from Sinclair Lane to North Avenue, okay? And in that vision is not for Powerhouse World Ministries to get accolades. Bishop does not keep saying this for Bishop Winslow to be up in the news about how he's doing such great things. It's not the purpose of it. The purpose of it is to help the people, to glorify God, so God will get the glory in what we're doing for our people. The next thing is, it says enrich life. So that is 1 Timothy 6-18. That they do good, and that they be rich in good works, ready to distribute, willing to communicate. So meaning that you are always ready to give out a good word, that you're always ready to lend a hand, that you're always ready to be a great and wonderful Christian, to be able to follow in the walks that Jesus has said for us. The next thing it says is to tend to summon others to their tasks, which is Hebrews 10:24. Once again, that's Hebrews 10:24. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love to do good works. Meaning, if we are doing the right thing, right? So my youth that's in my front row here, if you're in school and you do a kind deed for someone, right? And other people are watching you do that kind deed, that reciprocates itself. Yeah. Meaning that because you did a kind deed, now someone is like, you know what, Zion did a really nice thing for her friend. I'm going to do something nice for someone today too. That love, that kindness, that spreads. And it's such a beautiful thing, because with all the hate that's in the world, we need a little love that's going to be spread around.
That's right.
The next thing, it says that we are to demonstrate the reality of faith, which is coming from James 2:18. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. Meaning, if you are really doing what you're supposed to do, and actually this kind of went along with the youth Sunday school today, that if you have faith, you are walking in faith. Your life shows faith, right? We were just talking about this. That the life that you live is going to show the faith that you have. So, for example, if you just lost your job, right, and you really have faith, then showing that you have faith means that you are applying to jobs, you put your resume out, and then you just walk in God and expect God to do what he's going to do, because you did your part. You didn't go into a pity party, you didn't cry to yourself, you didn't go out in the streets begging people for money. No, you believe that God would do it. So, my point of all that is that God has been speaking to me in regards to the vision of the church, in regards to the fact that this is the year of breakthrough, that it is time. My last message was to say that it was time to stand up. But then I was like to follow up, okay, if I'm standing up, how far am I really willing to go to help people?
Come on.
So recently, well, not so recently. So this is going to be my last year teaching, right? I sent in my letter of resignation, not knowing what in the world is next for me, because I felt a stronger calling on my life to really help people.
Yeah.
As a teacher, there's so many things that I see, right? So there are kids that come to my classroom that are going through so much hardship. Like, it really breaks my heart to see what some of these kids go through. And like, I have one kid that was homeless, and he didn't even say nothing. He was just coming to school, and the reason why we figured it out is because his clothes started to stink, and then kids started to make fun of him because of it. And finally, someone pulled him up, was like, "What's up?" And come to find out that his mom has lost her job, and they were homeless. And it just bothered me, the fact that as a teacher, I didn't click onto that earlier, that I didn't have the means to do something about it earlier. And so many other stories like that I see in students. Like right now, I have this student who, she is a brilliant student. Like, she has such a mind for learning, and as a math teacher, she was excellent in math, right? But she has so many outside things in her life that stops her from coming to school. So her attendance is horrible. She has a mom that's on drugs, and she's trying to take care of her mom and her siblings, and she's doing the best she can, and she wants to learn, she wants to be better, she wants to do better, but she needs help. And as a teacher, it bothered me that I would keep seeing these scenarios in my classroom and in the school, and I didn't have the tools to do anything to stop it, to help it. As a teacher, all we can do is talk to the social worker that's in the school and hope that they can do something about it. But honestly, with budgets being cut, they only have like one social worker for the whole school, which in my school, even though we're relatively small, that's 400 kids for one adult.